get together. Who is this? Cool Bro 44-4. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to stop by, and I come from the black pill manosphere community peoples.
Wait a minute. What is that? The what?
There's a there's like a red pill slash black pill slash manosphere community on YouTube.
Okay,
And
hold on. I've heard about this. Is this where like you look at the red pill and you like a choice with the blue pill? I've never heard of the black pill though. Can you please explain the black pill?
the black pill is it's usually the black pill is a bunch of guys who've had bad experiences with women, or they come into inceldom, like they become incels,
Hold on, wait a
involved.
minute. What is an incel? I'm a hillbilly. What is an incel?
Basically, they can't get laid,
Okay,
and
cool. Okay, hold on.
they
Let me.
have,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so they can't get laid. Okay, I got that. Keep
and
going.
so they become black pillars who hate, who not, they don't necessarily hate women, but they hate on women, if that makes sense.
Ooh, I like this. Keep going. I'm
But
learning. I swear to God, I'm learning
I'm
so
not
much.
part of it though. It's a long story.
So you're saying it's a guy that can't get no meow, right?
It's usually guys who can't get laid, and so I've been sort of tracking the manosphere because I love making fun of these guys that are.
Holy shit. The manosphere. I love these words. Keep coming out with it. I love this shit.
Well,
The manosphere.
I've been making fun of them for the last several months. But
Holy shit.
yeah, so anyway, the reason why I found out about all this is because somehow someone named Hormaxer got into a big fight with Betty Washam, and then I started following them, and then Betty Washam is arguing with Nicolina, and then I started following Nicolina and then Speak Easy, and I've been down this damn rabbit hole. I've been going down this rabbit hole for the past couple weeks, and I have no idea
Sweetie,
where I'm at.
sweetie, let me tell you something. I hope to God you've got enough fuzz on the end of your ass on your tail for somebody to pull you out of the rabbit hole. Because if you're following Nicolina, you already down a fucking hole that there's no ending to. I'm telling you, there's a big fucking wall at the end of it. There's a big ass snake getting ready to get you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach as far as I can. My hillbilly ass can reach down there, and I'm going to try to feel your fluffy tail. Once I feel your fluffy tail, I'm going to pull your ass back out of it. Now you're out of the hole. There you go. You can thank me later.
Well, I don't know. I haven't interacted with anyone. But you have a very calm voice. It's like a very ASMR type voice. And
Hold on a minute. What is an ASMR? I like that. Is that like CMR ducks? Like, like we
no,
talk. No, okay, shit.
if you just put on YouTube ASMR, basically it's like a form of
Hold on a second.
relaxation.
Hey, Google.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Google. Google don't work for me ever. It used to work, and then I started slapping my phone around, and then it quit working.
Hey
But
Alexa.
you know, Alexa?
No,
Holy
like
shit.
people say Lexus or whatever it is. I can't remember.
So you're saying that I've got this voice that I could read books, bedtime stories, and all that, and people would just
Yeah,
fall right to sleep.
it's called ASMR. It stands for Auto Sensory Meridian Response. And basically, there's a ton of YouTube channels that do ASMR that basically just usually they have calm voices or they whisper, and it's just very calming, and people fall asleep to it. And they find it to be relaxing. Like, it's not a bad thing that they fall asleep to it. It's actually a compliment. You have a very nice voice. It's a very relaxing. And so I was like, well, let me come and talk to this guy because clearly he has. This is not your first YouTube channel.
Oh, no.
Because
this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first rodeo.
Yeah,
No.
you have 96 subscribers and over 100 viewers. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So
I have 96?
Yeah, it says,
I just had 5 when I started. Holy shit.
It's 96 now.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so this person's been banned probably since they're on a different channel. So can you tell me your story of what's going on?
Well, the story is this. When I was young, I went through these things that no child should ever have to go through. I was tortured as a kid. I was made to hold on trees while electropods was stuck to my body,
That's terrible.
and they would crank it up. This is true. They would crank it up. And all of a sudden, I would start shaking and shaking and shaking. And my people, my relatives, would stand there and they would say, you know what? You best not fucking cry. I was a kid, a baby. After that, they'd take me out and they would put me on a sponge with it soaking wet. And they would put that electrical stimulators on me and they would turn it into burst. And it would just, and they would put it on my chest muscles, my arms, my legs, back part of my legs. It was the most horrific experience a child should ever have to go through.
It sounds like you went to Guantanamo.
It was so bad that after it was over, they would make me run barefooted. And I would have to run and run and run and run. And I never will forget.
But I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, what does that have to do?
I'm getting to it.
Okay, in the most recent stuff, like what's going on with your YouTube? Why were you banned?
Oh, I wouldn't use that word.
Okay,
I started another channel. That's all I did. Started another channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that happened to you when you were a child.
Yeah, we don't use the word. We don't use that word like that because nothing ever happened. We're solid here.
Okay, gotcha.
I've got like 6 channels, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Do you believe I've got one that's got over 75,000 people?
Oh, that's amazing.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
In
It took a
2018,
lot of time to get that. I'm telling you, a lot of time.
In 2018, I had an ASMR channel, and it had over 25,000 subscribers. And I made a PayPal donation to someone who I trusted. And that person, I ended up getting into an argument with them, and they doxed me, all their followers, and then I got stalkers.
Would you be my guest tonight in interviewing a rapist? Would you do that for me?
Well, I've never been a victim of rape, but do you have someone coming on?
Give it your best shot. Here we go. Hello.
All they do is they have no content, first off, and they have to feed off everybody else. Do you see us live stream anybody? Hell no.
Anyways, that was a feller named Rap. He admitted to raping this woman 4 different times. He admitted it. 4 different times. He admitted that. What would you think about somebody like that?
I mean, I would say that, I call it, I don't, rape is very serious and allegations of rape are very serious. And if someone's admitting to it, then I think that's very...
Watch the chat. Watch this. Put a 1 in the chat if everybody heard Mr. Rap admit to raping a woman 4 different times. Or he admitted it 4 times. Put a 1 in the chat, please. Watch the chat. Everybody's familiar. Magnolia, this one right here, is his mod. His mod.
Oh.
Look at all the 1s. I'm going to sit back and let everybody do what they need to do with the 1s.
But finishing up what I was saying, though, is, so I was a victim of stalking. So that's about the worst that I've had in terms of YouTube. Because I had people literally finding my address, taking screenshots right outside my house, or like taking pictures of my house, like in person and sending them to me, like in emails and stuff. So I ended up deleting my ASMR channel because I had too many stalkers and I moved to another state.
Holy shit! I would love to interview you sometime. Would you be up for an interview?
Sure. But
Awesome.
I didn't necessarily want to make it about me. I just wanted to like sort of relate to you in terms of like, I've been through stuff on YouTube as well,
Well, I've had the cops called on me 50 times plus.
That's insane.
And literally one of the times that I had the cops called on me, I was tased 9 times. Damn. You talk about swatting.
Days 9 times, that sounds like a kinky date to me. But anyway, I'm just
Oh, it was very kinky. We rode around in the grass. They tried to get handcuffs on me and try to get me turned, and they could not do it. And they kept tasing me. Oh my God, it was one hell of a ride. It was it. You ever heard of Ride the Lightning?
Yes.
It was something of that nature. Something of that nature.
There's someone called Misty Rose who I think doesn't like you.
Misty Rose. Let me look at her right fast.
Says
That's a
most of the
fake
times
person.
you beg someone to call. I assume she means
Most of
the
the times you
police.
begged someone to call. Wow. You see, Misty Rose, they all simp for a pedophile. They're over in another channel that this guy married a 12-year-old. What do you think about that?
If that's true, then that should be illegal, I think.
Oh, he
Right?
married a 12-year-old. He married a 12-year-old.
Can
But
you?
we're not going to go. We're not going to go that way right now because
Okay.
we're not going to speak on that. But I'm just giving you the gist of everything. That way you can get fresh. We like
Okay.
fresh people coming in, looking. I like people that looks at it from the outside in. And
Yeah. So my name actually is Karen. Mama T.
Karen,
Yeah.
hi. You don't have to tell your last name.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine. And then so I go by Cool Bro 444 on YouTube. I changed my name,
Oh,
but I have a small channel. I only have like 40 something subs, and I just created a channel to just make fun of people who I think are terrible people. So, like, but I'm just tracking that. And then like I said, I got onto this whole thing with Betty and Nicolina and Easy, Speak Easy, and like a whole like list of like a dozen other people that I've been listening to. So, do you have the capability to like give me a quick summary of like why all these people are arguing with each other and why people are like mass reporting and trying to take down YouTube channels and
well,
like
I'll give it my best. I'll give it my best.
because I don't know, I'm confused to be honest with you.
I make this product called Lightning Tiger. It's not only an aphrodisiac, but it's also a brain stimulant. It's also a muscle stimulant. It's also one of those B12 kind of deals where you get like a lot of energy all of a sudden.
Hmm.
Everyone wants the recipe. Everyone does. And I won't give them the recipe. So they started on me. They started on me. And they
Who's
stalked me. They
they?
stalked me. This recipe is bigger than Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you know how big Kentucky Fried Chicken is, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Harlan County. So
You did what?
I grew up in Harlan County, Kentucky. So I
You
definitely know
grew up in Harlan
KFC.
County, Kentucky. I've heard that that place is an awesome place.
It is, despite that movie Justified, or not the movie, but TV show Justified. Uh, uh, yeah, but
Tell me about that Justified, because I like to know about it.
oh my God, it's a great TV show. But I like that song, that talks about Harlan. But anyway, I don't want to distract you from what you were saying. You have a product, and people wanted the ingredients, and so now a certain amount of people are attacking you because you don't share the ingredients.
It's really, really bad. Really, really bad.
I mean, your product has to be more addicting than vaping.
No, it's not addicting. The product's not addicting at all. As a matter of fact, it's actually made with plants and natural ingredients. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, but why would people attack you for having a product?
Hmm. Why you think?
Maybe they
They
don't have a
won't.
product,
They
and they
won't. They want a certain product. They want what I know.
okay. Well, keep in mind, I'm coming at this from zero angles. Like, I don't know. I really don't know Nicolina. I don't know. I don't know a lot about any of these people. So I'm taking your word for everything.
Cool.
So, um, so that's what's happened. Why are all these other people fighting with each other?
Well, I tell you, I have no idea why they would want to fight with each other and what they're doing and what they're trying to do. Um, but I tell you something. Let's take some examples. Easy, which you know is Speakeasy, right?
Yes,
How
I've
familiar?
known him for a week.
How familiar are you with Speakeasy?
Uh, my introduction with Speakeasy was with Betty Washam and Nicolina, who Betty apparently is allied with him, and Nicolina doesn't like him. So that's what I know.
How long ago was this?
About a week and a half, a week.
So a week. Hmm.
Yeah, 7 to 10 days ish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like
Uh,
there's a certain amount of I don't know, like if it's Nicolina pulling in new viewers or you or other people, but there are, I don't know if you all are aware, but there are new viewers being pulled in from your all channels all the time, and we click on your stuff and it's like we get dropped off into the middle of World War III and we have no idea. It's like we're like storming the beaches of Normandy, except it's digital and we have no idea what's going on.
so let me ask you a question. How about do me a favor? Give me an age bracket of what age bracket you are, and I'll
Oh,
tell you some.
I'm currently 30 and I turned 31 in November.
31. Do you remember in Harlan, Kentucky, when there used to be a Long John Silver's?
Hmm.
Did you ever eat at that Long John Silver's?
No, and the reason why is because when I was a little kid, I went to Long John Silver's and there were maggots in the fish, and I never went there ever again. So, but it wasn't at that city. It wasn't in. It was in a different place. So,
Okay, so you won't eat at that. So you never really ate Long John Silver's, right?
no.
So you never got to experience the crumbs. You remember crumbs?
I think I'm aware. Like when you have fried fish, there's crumbs all over. I've seen
There's
it.
crumbs, right?
Yeah,
And people
yeah,
would order like a side of crumbs. People love crumbs. Remember that?
yeah. It's kind of reminds me of
That
like
was a big thing. That was a
hush,
big thing going.
yeah.
Okay, so can you imagine having a channel and any given time, no matter where you go, you attract 100 to 250 people? There's always going to be those crumbs that fall off, right?
Yeah.
With that, there's always going to be people that want those crumbs in order, and they want to follow you. They want to follow you, but they despise you because they can't be you. I've got people out there who want to wear my skin. Did you know that?
No, I
They
didn't.
literally dress like me. They wear their hats and stuff like me. They try to be me. They use my slang, my terms, and even on their profiles, they use my eye. You know how creepy that is for somebody to use your eye in their profile? My eye. Can you imagine the torment, the mental anguish that I've been through over the last 2 years? Somebody using my eye as their profile picture?
So like they just zoom in on your face, crop your eye, and then use it as a profile picture.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Will you experience? Can I trust you to do a little social experiment right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hold right still, okay? Cool deal. Are you using a laptop?
No, I'm actually on my phone.
You're using a phone, okay?
Why? What do you want?
I'm just asking. You don't have Appalachian Wireless, do you?
No.
Okay. You got rid of that, right?
No, I'm not currently in Harlan. I mean,
No, I mean, but you know everybody in Harlan uses Appalachian Wireless. They have to, right?
yeah.
Cool deal.
Like I said, I moved to a different state
That's
after
good.
2018 because of the doxing and stalking that I received from my stupid stalkers. So,
So you had a YouTube channel prior?
yeah,
Is it closed out now?
yeah. Um,
So you was in Harlan, Kentucky as a YouTuber.
that's correct.
What was your main study? What did you study?
Um, well, like on my YouTube channel, I did ASMR,
Okay.
and it was fun because like between 2014 and 2018, that's when ASMR was at its highest. That's when people loved listening to ASMR, and you could easily build a channel.
Well, I
Using
remember they used to people that would read books.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that.
Have you ever clicked on a video and you've heard people like whispering or like tapping things quietly?
I
Or
can do that.
have you heard of like mukbangs they call them, where they
Yes,
people are.
I am very good at that. If I had a good microphone, I can do all that.
But anyway, that's what I had.
Really devious about it, girl. I can make people go crazy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I can put people to sleep, literally.
But that's
And I
not
don't mean in a bad way. You ever
Yeah,
heard of stand-up comedy?
yeah. I prefer sit down comedy because I get tired of standing up.
Sweetie, I do lay down comedy.
Oh Lord.
I'm all about after dark hours. I I used to make women go crazy over their husbands. Their husbands would send me money just to have a show, just so that their lady would get that extra boost of confidence or whatever you want to call it. And they would go crazy as a couple. I swear to God, there was like tons of people who used to just send me cash apps and PayPals, and they were like, "Look, I don't know what you did to her, but whatever you're doing, you keep it up." I'm like, "Look, I'll just using my natural God-given talent. That's all I'm doing."
So wait, their husbands would send you money and they wanted to cuck, like they wanted to be the cuck.
I don't know that term. You have to tell me about it.
It's where the guy or sometimes even the girl likes to watch, and the other person basically engages in sex with someone else, some random person.
Now, girl, I ain't in no three-way shit. Now,
No,
they tried to get me into a triangle once before, and oh Lord, hellfire! I could tell you some crazy shit about them triangles. I went in one day. I ain't gonna lie. I got invited. I got invited to this crazy party, right? I knew these people, like knew these people. Hell, I worked with two of them. I go in this house, and they're like, "Take your shoes off." I hear it coming from like echoing from the like in the foyer. It's just like it's echoing. So I take my shoes off and I walk in. A great not a Great Dane, but a Labrador runs by me, and I'm like, okay, cool. I just figured everybody was in the front room, just making themselves comfortable, whatever. I went in there, and oh my God, there was asses, elbows, and everything. Oh my God, they was the bumping the uglies. It was the craziest thing ever. And all of a sudden, I'm standing there like, My buddy looks up and he's like, "Hey man, come over here and meet Jessica." I'm like, "Jessica?" And I look over the top of the couch, and oh my God, there's like three girls in the floor here. There's a triangle going. I was like, holy hell. Now, let me ask you a question. What
yes.
would you do if you come in on something like that?
Well, I don't know. I would say you're fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a mopping.
So we're going to Cardi B. We're going to do the WAP, right?
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to open the garage up and put it in? Anyways, that's no. So you're just saying you're effing with some WAP.
Well, I'm
Okay,
just
keep
I'm just
going. I mean,
copying Cardi B's
what would you
lyrics.
say? Like you're
You
in this
know,
situation. You're
I couldn't
standing there.
I couldn't stop laughing when Cardi B when she said, "Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet." I was like, "Honey, a bucket and a mop? You need to go see a doctor for this wet ass pussy. Like, if you got that much, then there's something going on."
Okay, but you're standing there. What do you do? Put yourself in a situation. What do you do?
Honestly, I would leave.
You would leave.
Yeah, of course.
Now your friends already told you to come on over.
No, I have
So you're just gonna
standards.
say, so you're gonna put your arms up and say like, "Whoa, wait a minute, this ain't for me, right?"
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna back out.
Yes. If
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable, then I don't care what other people think.
Okay. So you did exactly what I did. And then I ended up getting in trouble for it. You believe I got in trouble for it?
How did you get in trouble?
I lost my friends that day. They never associated with me again because I wouldn't jump and join their little activities.
Mm.
How would that make you feel?
Short term, it would make me feel like shit. Long term, I would probably realize that they weren't good friends.
Exactly. So, Cool Bro 44-4, right?
Correct.
So what does the 444 stand for?
Well, 444 is a number pattern that I see almost every day, along with 1111. And if you take 444 and you turn it at a 45-degree angle, it kind of looks like the universe. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I believe that 444 and 1111 are signs that the universe is communicating with you, especially if you see them every day. So, in particular, I started seeing them in 2017. Literally, I would see 1111 like at least a dozen times a day in some like form or fashion. Sometimes it would be a clock. Sometimes it would be on price tags. Sometimes it would be on receipts. And I was noticing it so much that it became like a pattern. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? So then I started doing research and I found out that 1111 and 444 are good signs. It means that the universe is communicating with you. If you take 444 and you turn it at an angle, it kind of looks like satellites communicating upward. And I sort of think of that as you listening to the universe. Some people would call it God. Other people would call it, the universe, a force, whatever it is that whatever religion people subscribe to, it's communicating with you. And if you listen closely enough, you can communicate with it. And no, I'm not a crazy person.
No. So, when it comes to conspiracies, what do you believe?
Well, is there any particular conspiracy in general you'd like to ask me about?
No, just trying to pick your brain. Are there anything on topic that you automatically go to?
Well, you just started this channel. I don't want to go over crazy conspiracy.
No. I'm just talking about like just kind of brief, like what's going on and what you kind of believe and that nature.
Well, I would say that I'm Christian, and I do believe that the government can't be trusted. The U.S. government, I believe that there's a lot of red flags that have occurred. There's a lot of things that we've done to pursue oil in the Middle East that are extremely shady. And it started with 9/11. and stuff like that.
Cool deal. Cool deal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. And as you follow it, you always go down into a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah.
And it unwinds and unwinds and unwinds, and things just go completely crazy from that point. Like when you get down into it, you start looking at things and you're like, whoa, could this be really happening?
Correct.
And you kind of second guess what you've always been told, right?
Yes.
Do you know when you second guess what you've always been told, that's when your mind fully opens?
A lot of times they say that when you second guess something, sometimes second guessing something can be wrong. Like intuition sometimes tells you the first thing, but that's like basic instinct. But I get what you're saying, though.
Well, have you ever heard of meditation?
Oh yeah, of course.
So you know what mantras is, right?
Yes.
What is a mantra?
A mantra is usually something that you subscribe to, as not like as a subscription on YouTube, but like as it's a belief, a philosophy, a pillar. That's at least that's what I understand it to be.
Keep going in further. I'm trying to understand.
Like a mantra would be like something that you do on a regular basis as part of your life conditioning. So my mantra is to constantly be kind to animals, or my mantra is to do this or that. I don't like that's how I see it, but I could be wrong.
Well, a mantra is something that you and you only has. It's like a how can I say this the way it's there's different words for mantra. Let's just say there's mantra. Let's put it in the meditation aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would be a mantra when it comes to meditation? It's like phrases. It's like phrases that you come up with and you promote pretty much like with your focus and your intention, and you focus on only that word, and you calm your breathing down and you keep doing that word over and over, and it kind of seeps you into levels of meditation, right?
Oh, I know. Hypnotists often do that. They
They do.
focus on a word in order to put people into a state of hypnosis. Like sinker, there's a certain word like sinker or sugar or certain key words that hypnotists use.
Yes, exactly. Hypnotize. Do you believe I hypnotize my audience?
Well, I don't know because I just met you.
I actually do a little hypnosis. That's how I get people. Like right now, my number's down to 114. It dropped from 128 to 114. But that's pretty good with the amount of subscribers I've got, right?
Oh yeah, of course. But
Because I only
you
had
have a
five.
following.
I literally only had five.
Right.
Five when I started.
Yeah.
So that's doing something, and people want to hear something, or people want to be in the bushes, right? The term is. Right?
I want to address Fluffy. Fluffy says this is a troll and everyone on all channels are laughing at you. That is not true.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not a troll.
No, I understand that. I know, but I'm having a conversation. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, I know. But some of these people are being bad faith in chat, and I don't like that.
Well, Fluffy, Fluffy's going to be Fluffy.
I like the name, though, Fluffy.
I kind of like the name too.
But yeah,